This girl was cheerful and lively, always full of energy. She was the brightest presence in the entire class. But deep down, she cared a lot about how others saw her. To seem agreeable and not ruin the mood, Lisa always tried her best to go along with everyone. Even if she didn't like something, she pretended to be interested. And there was a boy whose personality was the complete opposite of hers. Jack was usually quiet and reserved, but he was calm, steady, and had his own opinions. When he expressed his thoughts, he spoke directly and honestly. Maybe Jack's personality wasn't very likable to others, but to Lisa, who had to suppress herself every day, he was someone she admired deeply.
大好きです。
So Lisa would tease Jack from time to time, and talk to him about topics he clearly had no interest in. Even her friends thought Lisa was harassing him, but Jack said he didn't mind. Hearing that made Lisa instantly happy. But inside, she hated this part of herself. She liked him, yet couldn't talk to him like a normal person, because she cared too much about what others thought. She could only approach Jack in a way no one would ever guess was because she liked him. But today, as Lisa was about to go home after school, she unexpectedly ran into Jack, who was also heading home. Seeing that no one else was around, Lisa took a deep breath, and gathered the greatest courage she had ever mustered in her life.
途中まで一緒に帰ろう。心臓ってそう。
And so, the two of them walked home together for the first time. Along the way, Lisa kept talking non-stop. Then she suddenly realized she had been talking to herself the whole time. Were those topics too boring? Lisa felt a wave of anxiety rise in her chest. But at that moment, Jack suddenly asked whether the giant burger she mentioned earlier tasted good. It was only a short sentence, but it sent ripples through Lisa's heart. She then jokingly invited Jack to go eat burgers together. Unexpectedly, he agreed the very next second. Lisa's mind went completely blank. She didn't know what to say next. She only knew her heart was pounding wildly in her chest, and nervousness washed over her like a tidal wave. In her panic, Lisa accidentally brushed against Jack's hand. The touch felt like an electric shock. She yanked her hand back in fright, and her face instantly turned bright red. Lisa wished she could crawl into a hole from embarrassment, but Jack simply glanced at her, and the next second, he took Lisa's hand on his own. The sudden gesture startled Lisa. The dreamy feeling made her think she was hallucinating. After all, this was her first time holding hands with a boy. Lisa could clearly feel her heart racing, and her palms were already covered in sweat. But at that moment, Jack noticed a classmate turning the corner, so he let go of her hand. Lisa's face turned even redder. Everything that happened afterward felt like a blurry dream to her. She didn't even remember how she got home. The moment she stepped inside, Lisa collapsed onto the floor. The lingering warmth in her right hand felt like a gentle current, stirring her heart again and again, making her replay that magical moment over and over. Shame and happiness tangled together. She held hands with the person she liked, and Jack was the one who initiated it. Lisa tossed and turned all night, thinking about many things. How was she supposed to face him at school tomorrow? The next day, when Lisa woke up, it was almost noon. Her emotions had calmed down a lot. When she arrived in the classroom, she noticed Jack wasn't at his seat. She wondered if he had gone to the cafeteria, when Ellen suddenly asked if she was dating Jack. Someone said they saw the two of them walking home together yesterday. Lisa's mind went blank. She hadn't even figured out whether she and Jack liked each other yet, but Ellen kept pressing for details. Lisa panicked. Did someone see them holding hands?
そんなんじゃないから。
At that moment, Jack happened to return to the classroom and heard the answer. He noticed Lisa's discomfort, and immediately interrupted Ellen. Then he grabbed his notebook from under the desk, and left the classroom again. Lisa instantly regretted everything. She worried she had caused a misunderstanding and hurt Jack. She thought about explaining, but felt she couldn't bring herself to do it. So the entire day, Lisa didn't manage to say a single word to Jack. Before she knew it, the dismissal bell rang. Lisa grew anxious, but the classroom was full of people, and she didn't have the courage to speak. Just as she was lost in thought, Jack walked up to her, and told her to forget about yesterday. Then he apologized, as if he believed the incident had troubled her. Lisa froze. She became even more overwhelmed. At that moment, Lisa finally realized she had made a huge mistake. She regretted not being brave enough. So when her friends invited her to go shopping again, she decided to be her true self.
私、谷君のこと好き。片思いしてんの。
She was the one who suggested walking home together yesterday. She used to care too much about what others thought. But liking someone, what was so strange about that? Hearing this, Ellen realized her behavior at noon had offended Jack. And when her friends learned the truth, they encouraged Lisa to go after Jack. There was still time. Hearing that, Lisa didn't hesitate anymore. She ran after him as fast as she could.
よそ。
かわしたね
前見ろよ。いけー。なんだ。自分の気持ちを言うのって、こんな簡単なことだったんだ。
Meanwhile, Jack was filled with regret. He had thought Lisa talked to him so often, because she had special feelings for him. But it turned out she only saw him as a normal classmate, which was why she approached him so casually. But without realizing it, Jack had grown used to Lisa's constant presence. Not seeing her all morning made everything feel too quiet. Just as Jack was lost in complicated emotions, Lisa caught up to him, panting heavily. When Jack turned around, he saw the girl who had run herself breathless, just to reach him. Lisa first apologized to Jack. She explained that she always asked strange questions, and teased him, because she didn't know how to talk to him. She was terrified that her feelings for Jack would accidentally be noticed by others. Lisa felt her behavior was incompetent, but even so, she still wanted to be with Jack. When Jack held her hand yesterday, she had been incredibly happy, but because she was too happy, she ended up being late to school today. Hearing that, Jack's gloom instantly melted away.
鈴木さん。僕、鈴木さんが喋るのやめると間が持たないようなダサい人間なんだけど、それでも、いい。
今の顔超かわいい。
ちょっと。
だってそんなの、いいに決まってんじゃん。
Jack quickly took out a handkerchief, but just as he was about to wipe her tears, he suddenly remembered it might wipe off her mascara. Hearing that, Lisa was even more moved.
ちゃんと話聞いてくれてんじゃん。やばい、超ときめく。
なんだ何